Okay, so before I even put an inch of makeup on my face, I always like to go in and exfoliate my lips a little bit. Just creates a nice canvas for your lipstick. So I just like to go in with this little lip scrub by New Look. And then I like to grab a little baby wipe and just wipe that off. Now the lips are prepped, we're now ready to start with our face. So I have quite oily skin. I would have an oily T-zone, but around my cheeks can sometimes get a bit dry, especially in the winter months. So I just like to go in with Clean and Clear, a dual action moisturiser. It's an oil-free moisturiser. I just put it all over the face and just gently massage in. I actually use this moisturiser on all of my clients as well because it works well for oily skin because you're not like smothering your skin with like loads of oily cream. Skin's still getting nourished, and it's really good for those with dry skin too because it's still nice and rich and creamy. It's just a good all-rounder. Now, I don't go in with any primers or anything, but I do like to use a little strobe cream. I'm really loving the Makeup Revolution strobe cream at the minute. I've also started to use the little liquid highlighter drops. This is also by Makeup Revolution, and this is in Liquid Luster Gold. I'm going to go in with the drops today, I think. And even though I have oily skin, I still like my foundation to be a little bit dewy, not too much. And I just think that this helps. And I'm just going to take a flat top kabuki brush and just blend that all in. I think I'm also going to do a skincare video for you just to show you how I prep my skin before putting on any makeup, and what skincare products I like to use, face masks, exfoliators, everything like that. So I think I'm going to do a completely separate video on my skincare routine for you all. Once we have that done, we're now ready to go in with our foundation. I really love the MAC Studio Fix foundation. Great all-rounder. I use it on my clients in the salon. It's great for those with oily skin. It's great for those with dry skin, combination skin, mature skin. I am in the shade NC35 when I am tanned. When I'm not tanned, I tend to stick to NC20, and between NC15 and NC20. I always prefer the NC shades that have more of a yellow tone, whereas the NW are a little bit more pinkier toned, and I like a yellow toned foundation for me personally. I like to work in sections on my face, so I'll put foundation on one side of my face, buff that in, and then I'll move on to another section. I'm just getting that on a little flat brush, and I'm just putting it on in brush strokes over my face. And I'm only, as I said, I'm only going to work on one side first of all. Foundation, I like to use a flat top kabuki brush. It just really presses foundation into your skin. I don't tend to use beauty blenders for my foundation. Sometimes I find that a beauty blender nearly takes off your product. As you can see, I'm not going around in circular movements on my face. I am literally pressing the foundation into my skin, and this is going to help set your foundation too. Don't worry too much about underneath the eyes because we are going to go in with concealer. So you don't really want to bring this right up underneath the eye because the foundation is quite thick. So it's fine just to leave that little gap there. We're going to blend that in with concealer later. The great thing too about the Studio Fix is you can build the coverage. I would say it's a medium to full coverage foundation. You can build it up in layers. Do one full layer all over the face, and then if I feel it I need a little bit more coverage, I'll wait until that dries and then I'll go in with the second layer. Or even if I have problem areas, I would get quite spotty in over my chin, I will just put an extra layer over those problem areas. So once I have my foundation done, I like to go straight in with my concealer. For my under eye concealer, I've actually started using again the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Concealer. I used to love this concealer, and then I just got out of the way of using it. I was really loving the Collection 2000 in the shade Lemon. It is just amazing and so cheap. But like I said, I seen this the other day and I thought I'm going to give this a go again. So I'm going to wind this up and just put this underneath my eyes. This is in the shade You see, this is in the shade Light. So I like to just go right underneath my eye, bring this right out to my temple. So sort of down the side of the nose. I'm going to put a little bit on my chin, my cupid's bow, down the nose and the forehead. I'm then going to go in with a separate foundation brush. Again, this is just a nice little flat top brush, and I'm going to start just pressing the concealer into the skin. Again, I'm not going to rub because you're going to take off all that product that you just put on your face, so you're just pressing the concealer. So just make sure you're bringing that right underneath. And I like to go over the top of the eyelid too. Just if there's any discoloration, you're just pressing that in, and it just helps prime your eyelids for eyeshadow. I've been trying to get my hands on the new Makeup Revolution concealer. Cannot get it anywhere, can't get it online. I was on the Superdrug website a couple of weeks ago and it was in stock, and I thought, by the time I wait for it to come, I just didn't have the patience, to be honest, and I was like, oh no, I'll go in, it's bound to be in stock, I'll go into the store and get it. And of course it was sold out. Went back online that next day and it was completely out of stock again. I cannot get my hands on it, and everyone seemed to be raving about it, and I'm just like, oh, I want to try it. So as you can see, I'm just bouncing that brush just to blend out that concealer. Once you have your concealer on, you'll notice that you can see your concealer and then like almost like a big sharp line where your foundation starts. So I like to go in with our first original brush that we used our foundation on, and with no other product on it, I'm just going to start pressing between our foundation and our concealer just to blend them into one another. Because even though you want your under eyes nice and bright, you don't want it sort of like a huge contrast either. You do want it blended into one another. As soon as I have my foundation and my concealer on, I like to go in with setting powder right away, especially underneath the eyes. So for my powder, I love to use the Airspun, and this is just in Naturally Neutral. So for my under eyes, I like to go in with a nice small brush like this one here, and I'm going to look up, and again, we're not swiping, we're just pressing the powder because we don't want to disturb all that product that we've just blended into our skin. And I also like to just run a little bit of that on top of the eyelid just to take off any tackiness. For the rest of the face, I like to go in with a big fluffy brush just like this one here. And I like to set my whole face, even my cheeks. So I just like to bounce the brush all over. Now ready for our bronzing. So I like to sort of switch between my bronzing products. I really love the MAC Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish for my bronzer. For my bronzer, I like to go in with an angled brush, tapping in, tap off any excess. So for my bronzer, I like to go in the shape 3 or the number 3. So I like to bring it around my forehead, down into my cheekbone, and then underneath our jawline as well. So I always start at the cheekbone, and just imagine that you're drawing a line from the tip of your ear straight down, and you want to end your bronzer sort of where the end of your eye is. So just nice circular movements. Once we have our cheekbones done, we can then go up into our hairline. And just make sure you're connecting this area here. You don't want like a big white gap here. And any extra in my brush, I just like to run underneath my jawline. Now for my favourite part, highlighter. I am obsessed with highlighters. I love the Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. I love the MAC one in Oh Darling. I'm going to use it today actually. Makeup Revolution do some amazing highlighters. I have a whole bunch of those. But for today, I'm just going to go in with the MAC Oh Darling highlighter. I like to always go in just a little fan brush, and I always like to spritz it, so I'm just using the New Look Refresh and Prep spray. A little spritz, go into the highlighter, and we'll pop this on our cheekbones. Beautiful. You don't need to spritz your brush, it just makes the highlighter a little bit more intense. And who doesn't want intense highlighter? I don't normally put any up my forehead because I am quite oily, but I do like to run a little bit down my nose and along the cupid's bow. Of course, you don't need to do these steps. This is just how I like to do mine. I'm not going to put on blusher. I used to love it years ago. I sort of got out of the way of putting it on. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to pop off camera and quickly do my eyebrows and just put a little bit of eyeshadow on and a lip colour, and then I'll be back to show you the final look. So I just quickly jumped off camera, filled in my eyebrows, done a little eyeshadow, put on a bit of lipstick, and then I like to set my foundation with a setting spray. This is the New Look Refresh and Prep spray. I also really like the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, but this is just so much cheaper. It's like $4.99 and does the same job. So we're just going to give this a little shake. We're just going to spray this all over. Keep your eyes and your mouth shut. That's it for my finished foundation routine. I hope you liked it and picked up maybe a few little tips and tricks that you can try out yourself. I also said that I might do a skincare routine video, and I also might do one on how I fill in my eyebrows. My eyebrows aren't the best, I know that. If you'd be interested in a video like that, let me know by leaving a little comment down below and I will try and get one of those filmed for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you give this video a thumbs up and click the little subscribe button. I recently hit 200 subscribers on my channel. Woo! It doesn't seem a great lot, but to me, it's a lot. There's 200 of you watching. Don't know if you're loving the videos, but hey ho, you subscribed anyway. So I will see you all again really soon. Bye!